A show that tackles the big issues affecting the BVI and the rest of the Caribbean. Searches for answers to today's big questions and gives viewers a unique perspective on developing stories. Follow the big story with me, Kathy Richards, only on JTV. This show is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon Spa Nail and Barbershop, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports. Alright, so this is the big story. I'm Kathy Richards out here on Anegada, and I am so delighted to be the first to be interviewing you guys or witnessing and feeling the atmosphere in this new office, a historic one. Compliments to you, Honorable Lerner Smith. Everyone is talking about it. Somebody said, why Mr. Faulkner never opened one, but we asked why Mr. Vincent Whitley hasn't opened one. And so we just want to have a quick talk. I know we did the opening ceremony, which persons will see and hear all that was said there, but a little recap of why you made this conscious decision to have an office here on Anegada.
Well, I'm glad that you were here to witness this historic moment, this historic day, what I refer to as a red letter day, a very historic day. The Sister Islands have always been very special to me. I have always wanted to see them more at the center. I wanted to see them very much a part of the British Virgin Islands. Anegada means a lot to me. It goes back to, as I said this morning, to when I was 11 years old, when I met the first Anegadian. But there is a lot of history in Anegada. It is the furthest away of the islands, and so it takes a little longer to get to. People here are further away than other people in the British Virgin Islands. People in Anegada are very enterprising people. They are very hardworking. They are very resilient people. And so I have had the opportunity to open an office to facilitate and to support Anegadians. And so I was delighted, and I'm still grinning because I'm so happy that it has happened to open an office here on Anegada.
Okay, so my next question will be to Honorable Vincent Whitley, who is a district representative, and I know you would have opened this as the at-large representative, which will also facilitate the number of other offices which you hold. But as a district representative, everyone was so. But is why Honorable Vincent Whitley never thought of opening one?
Not that I didn't think of opening one, it's that she forced me to it. And we actually did it together. I opened one in Virgin just very recently, a new office. And I plan to expand to Anegada at some point in time. But I've always encouraged my at-large colleagues from ever since I got elected to visit the Sister Islands, particularly Anegada, as Lorna said. It's the most remote island. And if I always felt kind of left out, I used to come here often by myself. And I always said to me, what we always seeing you, we voted for 5 persons. Why are we not seeing the others? So I was not a problem really. So, but Lorna took it seriously, and she said, "I want to go beyond just a talk. I'm going to open a physical office, and I'm going to be there." And I encourage her to do just that. It's a testament to our commitment to make sure that the sisters don't feel like they're on the back burner, they're left out, they're ignored, and all the words you hear. So I'm so pleased today. You see, I have a true partner who understands the need to reach out, to go beyond the talk, and to have a physical presence here in Anegada. And I welcome that.
And I think that's admirable to know, it's not like a selfish act. Forever, the persons here on this island have been crying out, we feel like stepchildren, we're not, we have X amount of representation, but we don't see and feel them in a space like this speaks to the closeness now that you can have with them. It's not just like you go reaching at a bar or some other place. You have a private space for them to speak to you in confidence, but you also have someone who's going to be manning this office.
Of course, I have Miss Sylvia Faulkner, who is herself an Anegadian, but for many years she worked at the agricultural department on Tortola. She is herself an agriculturist, and so I could not find a more capable person to manage this office. I like the fact also, Kathy, that I wear two hats. As at large representative, I have the opportunity to represent the Anegadians, but also as the minister responsible for financial services, labor, trade, economic development as well. It gives me an opportunity to really support Anegadians because there are a number of projects that are ongoing in the ministry that Anegadians can benefit from. And so wearing those two hats, I'm pleased that I could offer those services to Anegadians.
Okay. From the front, I hope I'm not pushing the ticket a little too much here, but because of what you really want to see for the people of Anegada, a holistic approach in terms of representation, what say if other district representatives, not district representative, but at large representatives, wants to come as well and make use of the space while they're here to meet with, whether they be on the government side or the opposition side, a space where they too can, I don't know, I'm just maybe pushing the ticket here.
But Kathy, Lorna did say in her remarks earlier, she hopes to see other ministers use this space as well. It's a serious partnership we have going on here for the people's sake. We need to put people at the center. It doesn't matter which side you're on. But the space is here to be used for the benefit of the Anegada people. So I hope to see more than just myself and Honorable Smith in this space here. But I want to see the other at-large members, particularly other at-large members here, as well as every other minister. And Lana said earlier, Education Minister, the Lands Minister, Communications Minister, Health Minister, all ministers need to spend some time in this building.
Awesome. And this is what, that's your dream.
That is my dream indeed, as you put it, because Anegadians have the same needs as persons on Tortola or Virgin Gorda, where there are offices, government offices, and for these people to come over on a regular basis, the representatives to come over on a regular basis and meet with Anegadians, it would be a significant step in the right direction in terms of supporting the development of individuals as well as the country.
Okay, let's get down to,
Kathy, I wanted to say too, because you started out that way, I do not see at-large as a competition to me in a district. We complement each other because each person has 5 votes, 1 district and 4 at large. So we all sent here to work for the people together. I don't see competition, I see partnership.
Absolutely.
That's what I see.
Absolutely. And in fact, we both said this when we opened this morning, that it's really a partnership. In fact, when I'm in the House, I always make it a point to say there are 13 members elected, and all 13 have a role to play as representatives of the people.
okay. So let's get down to the issues facing Anegada. I know subsequent to the official opening discussion which we had recorded, there was that little private setting where you had a little powwow with a group of residents who were present about some issues that they are facing. If you want to share with us some of the concerns, the deep concerns that you would have heard here. I'll start with you first, Honorable Smith, and then come to you, Honorable Whitley.
Off the top of my head, that post opening discussion, and I was pleased that 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 Honorable Wheatley, in wearing his ministerial hat, was here because he could respond to some of those immediate needs. One was to have the clinic
Yes.
opened, reopened. The nurse Romelia Smith clinic reopened, and she was here. And he was able to say that there is only the quality control
Control.
that's needed, and hopefully that team or persons should be here next week
Monday. We try from
for
Monday.
that. So, in short order, that clinic will be reopened. Another area was the
The
seniors.
seniors program.
The seniors program to be restarted, and we cannot overstate the importance of our seniors to us. You know, they are the persons on whose shoulders we stand, and we must give them the privileges and opportunities to enjoy themselves in what is often referred to as their golden years. And again, this is an area that comes within his ministry, and perhaps you can tell us where we are with that.
Well, we are ready to go right now. We're currently waiting. The building has been refurbished thanks to PAHO. We're currently awaiting a manager to run the program. Once that manager is in place, hopefully very soon, the program starts back. We're also trying to fix the perimeter fence. That bit should be going out in about a week's time. Because right now the fence is broken and the goats and so forth get onto the compound. We're going to landscape that compound, so when you go there to the seniors program, you feel like I was in a little paradise with flowering trees and so forth. But I want to see the program start back as quickly as possible. I was over in Eastern just yesterday at the seniors program there, and I so enjoy just there chatting with the seniors. And I want to see the same thing in my district. They can go in my district with my seniors and fellowship with them also. The other salient point, of course, for Anegada is land issues. And I met with the Premier yesterday and also the AG chambers. And I think maybe within 2 weeks' time, we should have titles begin to be dished out.
Right.
Hopefully within 2 weeks' time. It wouldn't be all at once. I told him, no need to try to fix all 100 and whatever the number is. Let's start with 25, 50, and every 2 or 3 weeks, another 50. Just keep it going all the time. This land thing's been going on far too long. Then, of course, we have the Premier brought it up, whole idea of cleanliness. Getting the bush, the bush trimmed back, getting all those cables off the ground, the derelict boats, the derelict cars. So we want to be there to look beautiful on land as well as at sea.
Okay, and so an initiative is in place to push forward that clean up, look beautiful agenda.
Absolutely, and also in Anegada, like unlike most places, derelict homes. A lot of houses here destroyed since the hurricanes of 2017, partially damaged. Persons are concerned if there's a hurricane now, flying debris from these buildings may fly around and damage other homes. So we got to figure out how to do it. But we are, as we met this morning with them to get their concerns. There's also a concern of the dock and the bathrooms at the dock, and also the issue of ferry. I came out this morning on the ferry. The water was quite choppy. We got wet. I know it just wasn't a very good experience coming to Anegada on the ferry. We got to get this ferry thing fixed. We just have to. It's totally unacceptable. If you're going to move Anegada, where we both want to see it go, we got to fix these things, and now is the time to do it.
One of the ideas that were pitched around some time back I was here about the ferry situation is why not government or some group of businesses invest in purchasing a ferry that probably gets some subsidy from government, but it's Anegada's and they have that flexibility to maneuver.
That would be ideal. Ideally, you want a ferry based on Anegada. How it's going to work, I cannot say. We're waiting on RFP to come out that will kind of guide that process. It's not quite there yet to where it's ready to be published.
Yes, and I just want to reiterate what the minister said in relation to the discomfort of Anegadians in relation to the ferry service. And there are various options that can be utilized, and that I hope that together we can urge government to give priority to making sure that Anegadians, can traverse between Tortola and Anegada with a modicum of comfort. and as I said, it should be given priority. In terms of the lands, again, I'm pleased that that is moving forward. The chairman of the committee was here this morning, and I had seen him last week also. And I think, as the minister said, that we are now in a position to, or the government, when I say we are, because it is a matter for the premier, we are in a position to give out between 45 and 50 titles in short order. And this is a matter that has been ongoing for too long. In fact, in 1987, when the Rennick report came out, I was a young permanent secretary at the time who worked with him, and not much has happened since then. One of the things I liked about what the chairman said, Chairman Ruan said, was the fact that Sylvia Faulkner is also, who will be managing this office. She's also a member of the Land Advisory Committee. And so this building could also be used, should they so agree, could be used for meetings of the committee, whether individually or as a group, and other Anegadians. So this is, it's a multifaceted building. It's comfortable, it's in the settlement, so it's in a key location, it's easy to get to, and we have the right person to manage it. So I'm very happy all around.
Is it safe to say it's the dawn of a new era for Anegada?
I would say that, and I must thank the Deputy Premier for her stellar leadership in making this happen. What I saw, Kathy, recently is a number of lots for sale in Anegada, private land being sold. And what I was quite surprised at is the rate at which they're going. So it tells me Anegada really is on the move. So we got to get ahead of that movement to make sure it happens in a managed, orderly fashion, and that what persons need for the island happens. One person's coming to Anegada to build homes to realize, oh, I can't get a Tortola, the clinic is closed. All these inconsistencies, inconveniences. So I think this office here sends the right message to persons wanting to invest in Anegada, that we are serious about Anegada, where Anegada needs to go, and how it's going to get there. So I really hats off to our Deputy Premier, who's a woman of action, a woman of passion, who makes things happen.
Thank you for saying that. And it's really a work in progress. I mean, we're not finished with, making sure that it's a building, it's an area that Anegadians would want to come to and that they can be proud of. The exterior, we want to do things like put up a proper picket fence and just make it a more appealing place. I'm very pleased with where we are to date, but we still have a lot to do in terms of the physical space.
Things like internet access and all of that.
Internet access and so on. We're going to get there.
Okay, well, this is great news, and I'm, happy to have followed followed you here, and
Thank you for doing that. Yeah. We're very grateful to you for taking the time.
Okay.
Because you have so many other
things that could be done. But I love Anegada. The thing that I love is being able to share the Virgin Islands with the world, not just Tortola. Well, they beat me up for saying Tortola, so I have to say Tortola.
One thing about Anegada also, because when I was coming over, I heard that they've also had a very good tourism season. There's been, they say that they tell me that the thing that takes away from the season is when it's rainy. But on a good day, today it's pretty windy, but on a good day, there are a lot of boats, and the tourism for this year has been excellent. So kudos to to the people of Anegada, to the minister responsible for tourism, and to those who consider Anegada to be a place that they want to visit, and we want to make it much more attractive, and we are determined to do so.
And also, Catherine, you realize that also, I think 2 weeks ago, we started international flights. So
Right.
we're making it easier for persons to get to Anegada. So we have to make sure when these persons come to Anegada is what they expect. Clean, beautiful, friendly, exciting food and drinks and activities and things to do. There are lots to do in Anegada, a lot of untold things to do in Anegada, but they're coming soon.
No, so, and before we wrap up, quickly, what's the issue with the bathroom facility?
I think the issue is not open 7 days a week. Well, we're going to address that and see how we can get it open 7 days a week. We got a ferry unit comes 3 days a week, so POS who controls the bathrooms only open it for ferry days. But it's a public bathroom. We got to figure out how to make it 7 days a week.
Yeah, because we have boats that are coming.
Exactly. And
all of
persons
that.
are around, persons are exploring, driving around, something you want to go into a business just to use a bathroom. So it's a public bathroom that you can use. So we'll be addressing this once we get back.
Yes.
Okay. So in wrapping up, what you want to say to the people of Anegada to assure them that you guys mean real business?
We absolutely mean business, and I certainly hope that all Anegadians, those who own businesses and those who don't own businesses but are all residents of Anegada, please come, please talk to Miss Sylvia Faulkner. Everybody on Anegada is related. I like the fact that she said that you could speak to her, with confidence and confidentially. I myself will aim to come over 2 days, two days out of the month. That is my objective. As Minister Whitley said, Friday might be the best day, but we'll decide which day is the best day. And I am really looking forward to the maximizing of the use of this building.
And I think again this building, it shows a new era in representation for Anegada. And again, I thank my partner in representation and the other at large members also who would join us in showing Anegada that you're not on the back burner anymore. You're at the forefront of our minds, and this building here speaks to just that. This is words in action.
Works in action. Thank you so much, Honorable Lorna G. Smith, OBE, Honorable Vincent O. Whitley, and congratulations to you and kudos for the people of Anegada. I'm Kathy Richards. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of The Big Story.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.